Hello, a very warm welcome to the Niels van Roij Design YouTube channel. Today we'll talk about a very special material, a material you don't see that often in cars, teak. Let's start with a vehicle that we actually applied this to. This is a very early sketch of Adventum Coupe or coupe conversion or 3-door or 2-door conversion, however you like to see it, of this large SUV. So this early sketch obviously was developed into a more refined rendering, and here you see the car in its actual final color, bright Arctic white. So during the design process, as always is the case, I'm discussing different ideas, different options with the client. And one of the options I proposed to him was this beautiful teak wooden interior of the boot. So that definitely was very well received. So I said, well, what can we do to do that special interior of yours, this beautiful red leather interior, even some more favors? How could we make it even more special? So here you see the tread plate. So this is opening the door. This is the front seat with the electrical adjustments there, and a teak wooden floor in the footwell of the passengers and the drivers. In this case, you can see in between the elements of teak is a black rubber, which is basically always the case. If you have a look at yachts, basically all yachts with teak wooden floors, teak decks, have these black rubber lines in between the teak elements. However, this beautiful white exterior paint, this Arctic white, really triggered a color matching exercise. So we were looking for a white, and fortunately eventually found it, a white rubber to be applied to the teak. Well, let's have a look at how that is actually made. This is the final version, obviously, as you would see it in the car, and it's a true shame there is no odor coming through YouTube, because it smells absolutely fantastic. It's an oiled teak, so it's not lacquered, and this is done deliberately because it's just like smelling leather, smelling the wood and the leather, the Napa leather in this case in Adventum Coupe. It's just one of the fantastic experiences of that very motor car. Anyway, let's go back to the beginning. This is basically how it all starts. So the fantastic craftspeople that we work with from our pool of specialists, in this case the wood specialists, they base their material on actual wood. So in some cases you can get teak in a motor car. In most cases it's based on a plastic base, a thicker plastic base, and it's basically a laminated teak, so it's very thin. And you can see, these are some seriously thick teak elements. So it's true and true. That's how it starts. So a strong base, and it's glued to that strong base. That is being prepared for the rubber, and the rubber is, in our case, a white rubber, and you can see it's very thick on top of the elements, and obviously done deliberately, so any air bubbles can be pushed out basically. And then later that material is being cut off, and the entire element is then sanded, and then this lovely oil is applied that gives this beautiful odor. And we can obviously apply logos into it. This is the Niels van Roij Design logo that has been embossed, so it's flat into the material, beautifully integrated into the teak. And what we've done in the back of Adventum Coupe is we actually applied a leather grab handle, obviously the same leather that is applied to the interior. That same red leather, that Napa leather, has been applied on the top, basically in a grab handle. Normally these grab handles are just bolted on the top, but in this case, to show that this is true and true teak, I've actually asked the craftspeople to emboss the grab handle. So it's a metal base which has been embossed into the teak, so you can actually see the thickness of the wood and see the lines of rubber going forward. And it's one of these little tricks to show that this is actual real material, true and true. So, a quick peek inside of the world of coach building, and specifically car design for coach building, and in this case Teak. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and share this message, and let us know below what you think in the comments and what you'd like to see in the next movie. Thanks for watching. Cheers.